Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is not the type of videos that I usually make, but I wanted to do this one because this is a topic that is on everyone's minds right now and everybody's talking about it. And we're talking about the list. What list are we talking about? It is the list that you don't want to make. You don't want to make this list. This is the Epstein list. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because you're going to see so many lists out there that may not even be real. It might just be people putting up random names because they don't like someone, it's a political hit job, or they just want to smear somebody's character. And the thing is that people are not realizing how dangerous that could really be. So I'm going to play a video of a list that I found on X, and it's making its rounds. People are reacting to it, and I just want you to look at it too, and I want to know your reaction. Some of the names that are on there. There is Akon. I love his music. There is Al Gore. There is Elisa Rogers. No idea who that person is. There's Angelina Jolie. Love her movies. She's played in so many movies. There is Bernie Sanders. We know who that is. Ben Affleck. There's even Barack Obama. So that is why, you can't really believe everything that you see until we find out more details. So court documents are coming out. They're going to be exposed more and more. We're going to see the real names that are on there, and some of these names might very well be on there. And of course, there are some names that, of course, they're going to be on there. Anthony Weiner, Bill Clinton, people that we kind of been groomed to believe that, hey, these guys are definitely pervs. And there are names like Bill Gates, people that we want to be on there because we don't like them. Bob Saget. I love Bob Saget. I remember watching America's Funniest Home Videos in the 90s and watching Full House and all of that. Bruce Willis. Love the movies. Come on. No, please no. Celine Dion. Great music, but geez, I really don't want this to be true. There is Charles Barkley, Cher, Chris Tucker. There is Courtney Cox, Courtney Love, Demi Moore. Are you freaking kidding me? Literally everybody that I grew up knowing, watching. It's like they have all the celebrities on here, pretty much. There's David Spade. There's Drew Barrymore, Eminem. Oh my goodness. Literally everybody that I grew up watching either in a movie, and they grew up to love them as an actor and love their characters that they were playing in movies. And you're probably looking at the list thinking the exact same thing, like, oh my God, 2024 couldn't have started off any worse. And of course, I'm sure that if you are a supporter of Donald Trump, you've been looking in the D section to see if you might see his name on there, and his name does not show up. So you might think that is great. But I do believe that his name will come up in the files and somehow connected to this case. I don't know in what way, but I do believe that as we find out more about this list and everything about it, we're going to find out some names that really surprises and some that don't surprise us that much. Reading on, Hillary Clinton, Jay-Z, there is Jeffrey Jones, don't know who that person is. There's Jim Carrey and Jimmy Kimmel. What? Is that Joe Biden I see right under Jimmy Kimmel? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Literally everyone that has in some way impacted your life, whether just be it that you saw them on TV and you enjoyed the characters that they were playing on TV, or a sports superstar or something like that. Maybe it was a singer, you went to one of the concerts, or you loved listening to the music on the radio. Now you're seeing them on this list. And this really, when this comes out, when everything about it is revealed and who had what part, because I got a feeling this is just the beginning. This is the dam breaking right now, and there's going to be flooding, and it's going to be a flood of information, and I think everyone is just going to be sick of everything that they're finding out on this list. and how the people were involved. So if you are watching this video right now and you're looking at all these names, let me know which one pops out to you. And are you surprised? Are you surprised? And are some of these names that are on this list, you are not surprised whatsoever? Like, we heard a lot about Oprah and the dealings that she might have had. I mean, this is the Epstein List. She's also, I'm sure, on the Weinstein List. I don't know if you remember that, but there's a big deal with that going on, and they kind of swept it under the rug. So it would be interesting to learn more. And her being such a high-profile person, I think we're going to hear a lot about her and her involvement in this whole thing. Now, of course, as I'm talking, this list is keep rotating, and it keeps going on, and it's in alphabetical order, and there are tons of names under each letter, and I will bet you anything that you know at least 5 or more people. If I read those names out of each letter, you know them. And that is just the thing that makes this so intriguing to everybody. I don't want to say exciting, but so interesting. People really want to know more about this because look at that. There's a Steven Spielberg in there. How many movies have you seen of Steven Spielberg's and was just awed by them and just remembered them from childhood memories? There is E.T. There are so many, and you think back and it's just like, wow. Now, this right here is from Jimmy Kimmel. It was a post just recently, and he says, Dear A-hole, I'm not going to say the word, but Dear A-hole, for the record, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, nor will you find my name on any list other than clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up and we will debate the facts further in court. And he is talking to Aaron Rodgers. Who is Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Charles Rodgers is an American football quarterback for the New York Jets of the National Football League. He played college football for California Golden Bears before being selected in the first round of the 2005 NFL Draft by the Green Bay Packers. So these are high-profile people that are, accusing each other of being on the list, not being on the list, whatever. But it's definitely something that you have to pay attention to because it's going to be talked about a lot. And this type of stuff, and there's going to be things that are not true, but as I've said, they're going to be political hit jobs because they're going to have that name somewhere in the files, but it doesn't mean that they're guilty of anything. It just means that they're somehow connected to the case, and it doesn't mean that they're guilty of any misconduct or something illegal. So I want to make that clear until it is proven that they are not guilty, and it's gonna be a pretty crazy year, especially that is becoming an election year as well. And I got a feeling that whenever they have the presidential debates, this is going to come up. So I wanted to bring up this meme also. It's with Donald Trump, and he says, never been to Epstein Island. And the reason why I'm bringing Donald Trump into this whole thing is because I've already seen a bunch of posts and people were sharing it with me saying, hey, look, he has mentioned in here, and there's a bunch of pictures of him and Epstein, and they were buddies and this and that. So I wanted to read something here, a post that somebody has put up, and this is factual stuff right here. It says Donald Trump banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago all the way back in 2007. Attorney Bradley Edwards named Trump as the only one who helped him with the case against Epstein. And now the unsealed court documents says that Trump was never on the Epstein Island or ranch. Now I'm going to read a little bit of what was written here and their question and answers, and so that you can kind of get a gist of some of the things that are in the documents. And here it says, number 12 question, did you ever see Donald Trump at Jeffrey's home? The answer is not that I can remember. Question number 15 that says, on his island? Answer, no, not that I can remember. In New Mexico? No, not that I can remember. In New York? No, not that I can remember. But I am going to stop right there. There are so many files. There's so much information to go through. I just barely went through a little bit of it in a very short time. But as you can see, we have to really be careful when somebody posts something and accuses people of being on the list and whatever. It is really, really dangerous to spread that around, because there are some people that cannot take things like this very well mentally, like we can, and not as good as others. And they might cause harm to some people that might very well be innocent, that people falsely start to distribute the information that they have and start putting it everywhere. So really, please be careful. Let's let the courts figure this out. And before we say they're guilty, we have to find out if they are innocent. And that goes the same for the claims that Joe Biden was on this list. He was on the flight. We don't know until we find out hard evidence, and it is coming. So sit tight. Trust me, you're not going to skip a beat on this. You're not going to miss it. It's going to be around for a long time. Everyone, everywhere is going to be talking about it. Just make sure that you get the facts straight before you make a judgment call on any of the information that you're getting. Anyhow, that is the video. That is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to continue to cover this, or if you want me to cover another subject. Whatever it might be, let me know. Maybe you can write it down in the comments below. It might be something that I haven't even heard about, and I could look into it. And if you want my 2 cents on it, I will give you my 2 cents free of charge from